I allow things to come through with ease and abundance. I am absolutely ready, and I have all the paths of abundance activated and open in my life. And I have the information to how open even more for more abundance in all shapes and forms, love in all shapes and forms. And I activate the pathways to like shine through for me. I have shivers now. To shine through, so everything starts externally to align with my heart, with my highest path, highest potential. Hello. Some questions that I'm writing right now. I'm connecting first with my heart. Yeah, where to start? I'm thinking where to start. It's questions about where you are with yourself, with what is the narration that you are currently still having, which is old narration for you. So, because it's kind of, it is like, I don't know, Shrek layers, onion. It is like layers. So we might be existing in, in new ways, as much as we are expanding and following our, I don't know, intuition, heart calling, dreams. Uh, we change, right? We change. We are starting to have different perspective. We are able to release things and manage things differently. But then notice what are still like lingering at the back of your head. I would say at the back, because it's like almost unnoticeable, because it became so much part of your identity that is almost unnoticeable. It's kind of like with negative thoughts, to paint a picture, like negative thoughts which are somewhere there at the back, but you need to consciously notice them, they're there, or stop for a moment and see what are you looping that your mind is going to, like for example negative, which in those cases oftentimes there is body that doesn't feel well as well, that is producing that and communicating with your mind. But this is not about that. The point is that there are these lingering thoughts that became part of your narration or routines or beliefs that are still there, but they're a bit like this external layer. It's kind of like you're not that anymore, but that layer is still there, somewhere in between. And part of that, which I wanted to make a video already a while ago, I actually made, but I lost it, so perhaps it was not meant to go out. But the point of that was about creation and about bringing new thoughts and changing, releasing the old loops of your mind, and starting to navigate more cohesive, more aligned with where you are right now, really. And it's pretty much and it's also about like creating your life, starting to more expand yourself into the fullness of where you are right now, really, and start to navigate your mind energy in this more of a creator way or so. So like noticing that layers and then deciding to where you put your energy. Perhaps you put it into creation, deciding, not letting yourself sink into the old mental patterns, beliefs and loops, but rather being able to face it or feel it, but then navigating where you are right now, going with your focus, with your energy, with your intention, with your creation. Because yeah, it's very cheeky. Like you might really exist with this new way, and then you might fall back again to some old ones because you rediscover them even deeper. but then on some level there are still some parts of your identity, like that are holding the old narration and an old story about yourself. And this is something that you truly believe that you were, when you were young, you heard it so many times, you experienced something in this way, in your family, in your society, in relationships, wherever, and it was ingrained in you so deeply that now, even though you live maybe already like quite different, it might still be like pitching in. And I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, and these are sometimes the habits, like instead of, for example, relying on your power, notice when you are not relying on your power, but instead you're falling into, I don't know, like, again, mental loops that are telling you, oh no, you shouldn't do things like that, or the way you're doing things is not enough, or um, you're constantly trying still to like push yourself, against yourself in order to hold on this old belief that you had to be somehow, like in the society especially, some way to be, for example, like, I don't know, like successful or good or enough or something. Or you're not sticking into your power, but you're looking for external, like coming back to your power, your own navigation, your own intuition, but you're falling into these loops when they're like fallbacks or emotions into looking externally for answers. I think I hold those patterns. Sometimes we're like, no, no, I don't do it, but then we still hold to those patterns and we still search for someone. And I noticed I did, like, for example, even for fun, to listen some kind of like readings. Sometimes, as depending where you are, because sometimes it is actually the way that we pick up the information. When you already tune into yourself, you already know what you hear, that it's actually just like resonates with what you had inside, and it's just this confirmation in a sense. But for example, go also, another one is to go to the same loops of like conversations, perhaps relying on some friends or a partner, and then going into the same mode of like, oh no, because this is happening, and trying to understand it, or I don't know, discussing it, or sharing your I don't know, emotions or something, instead of, I mean, you can share your emotions or something, but then relying on that external answers, or power from somebody else instead of your own feeling, sharing it, but then coming back to your own navigation, your own intuition and answers, and actually more clearing the external, and then more tuning into internal, more clearing the external distractions and tuning into internal, and behaving out of this power that you have, behaving out of this, stop, like releasing all the beliefs that were still telling you something is not okay, something is not enough, something is wrong. You have to do something in a certain way in order to get where you want to get, or create what you want to create, and replacing it. It's actually like kind of looping down as well. I noticed that, like, how easily from emotional states, instead of facing them, it's easy to like loop down into the same narration of um, that something is wrong, that something is, especially when you experience a lot of trauma, or you had it in your family. Like, notice it, how you are looping down into the same, even the frequency of how things were, shit were hitting the fan, or some argues were there, or dramas, or something in the family. Uh, Notice how you are looping in the same narration, or creating some kind of challenges, almost in the, like in the same frequency you experienced them as a child, because for your nervous system, this is like normal, and that's why subconsciously you might be drawn to the situation, or recreate nearly things that are like hitting you, or challenges or something, for your body and all the levels of you and your physical and nervous system, but also your energy and and the mental and subconscious, that they are drawn to it and they're recreating, and then the narration kicks in with your mind, which is like looping you even down and more down. Like, notice how freaking bullcrap it is, how not truth it is. It's not true. It's not true. Notice how it is objectively, if you distance yourself, it is not true. Whatever your emotions are coming to your surface right now. So part of that, which I would like to, I'm looking into my eyes because I'm kind of already kind of foggy in my eyes. Anyway, part of the more embracing more of your power and getting yourself out of that is starting to navigate your your intention, like with intention, your intentions, your focus, your energy direction, and your creation, which is Conscious Creators YouTube, Conscious Creators. So, and how, and this is absolute gold, what I'm going to say now, absolute gold, when you are freaking retrieving this power and you are starting to say, okay, enough. What is the truth about me? Where I am right now, connecting with yourself, and starting to rewrite things by you deciding what it is that you're creating, what it is that you are focusing on, what is your intention, and opening up also to co-creation with your, with universe, source, your soul, however you want to call it, with your guides, however you want to call it. And also gold, now like another gold, which is, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but try to like record for yourself voice with a voice notes or whatever recording that you have on your phone or somewhere else, or writing, like it's kind of like journaling but like verbal. For me, journaling somehow didn't really, I like to write things because actually when you write things, it's also like this information, and it's kind of also like intention or focus point for your whole system, for you, where you are, going, what is important, what you want to accomplish, and then you leave it, and then you realize after a while, for example, you were doing certain things, and then you realize suddenly after shorter or longer term that you actually have done all of these things that you somewhere there wrote. So I also, journaling or writing down things, it's great. I'm not super like regular and journaling. I noticed that especially in the past, when I was in the challenging times, I was like trying to force things and journal and force things and like write everything, and I felt this like tension over this journaling until I let it go and was just flowing through me like the connection flows through. That's great, but I noticed that that was causing, when somebody was asking me to write all this and describe, I was like, oh my god, I have to have this and that, kind of this tension, which is opposite to, because then you are in this state of like forcing and opposition to who you are, opposition that you are already connection with divine or wholeness or with light, with your soul that is great part of this universe. And then you are from this little human trying to scrape just something, out or force path, doesn't really work. Not from that level of more soul consciousness, not human consciousness only. uh, yeah, so it was bringing or triggering me to be those states of like trying to control and force things out. But just in the past, I would say, as much as you can do anything in the free flow, that's more of the higher connection, or allowing space to come through, allowing your soul or your intuition come through and making space for it. But that's why I realized, because I'm recording for you, for people, this soul connection, soul messages process that it's pre-recorded, is in my offering. And I realize how when I am clicking, I have this moment of like, now it's the same. It's with when I create a container for somebody or a session or any type of this work, when I say now at this moment, it's for me like go time. And I'm like then just stepping up, and I'm like, yep, now is the time. So I realize that when I record things, it's also like this now, and I'm opening that channel of connection, and it starts to flow through, and information comes through, and message for myself as well. So I started to record like on the voice messages things that I'm going through, and I want to have my own guidance or messages. Absolute treasure if you want to do that. And with this creation, what I was just describing in this, what I'm describing in this video, starting to navigate, going and create things in your life, and bring new narrations and connect with the truth of you, and you're actually, and bring it more towards towards your mind, and then thoughts and identity, that it can sink into your being, you, recording that, and saying the narration, saying the words, saying the focus, that's also gold. Like you can record also journal, write, or dance, and let things come through, and then record it so you can hear it, or you can see it on the paper, or you can hear it yourself again. You can replay and then hear yourself, and then a lot of things are coming through. And also you can notice and observe what you're saying, and you can open that space for things coming. And then also saying, what is it that you're creating? So for example, and I would love to record something like that so you can work with that already. um, so for example, saying that, um, from general, like I aligned with my thoughts, with my heart, with my being, with my identity. And from now on, I open for the ease and flow coming to my life. Ease and flow is coming to my life. I'm open to magic in my life, and I pick up the information that are valid for me. They're valid for my soul potential coming through in this life right now, for my path, the best path for me, full of joy and playfulness and abundance. I am opening for that information to come through. I'm open, and absolutely incredible synchronicities are coming to my life. And you can give the specifics. I open now for a new place, for a new house to come to me. I open for a new relationship that I am aligning all my thoughts and actions with my heart, so it can flow through, and it can attract or bring, uh, the place, the person. I am absolutely open, and I see that the right men are showing up in my life, or the right project, or the right people that I'm creating projects with. They're just easily showing up. There's no more like um, heaviness around it. There's no more blocks in my life. I am absolutely totally aligned with my path and my next chapter, and next cycle in my life. And I allow things to come through with ease and abundance. I am absolutely ready, and I have all the paths of abundance. activated and open in my life. And I have the information to how open even more for more abundance in all shapes and forms, love in all shapes and forms, like in shape of goods and friends and partner and beloved man or woman, your partner, my partner, or money, like incredible clients, incredible job or projects, whatever that is yours right now. You can just use your own words for this. And I activate the pathways to like shine through for me. Like, I have shivers now. To shine through, so everything starts externally to align with my heart, with my highest path, highest potential. And I see clearly in the day what is my direction, what is the person I should talk to, where should I go, what I would like to create, which project. Like I'm taking steps and things are just literally lining up for me, like the carpet that is unfolding in front of my feet. Um, and it's actually incredible that I can finally be joyful in my life. I am finally joyful in my life. I'm playful. And I feel very light and good in my physical body. My body is healthy. My body comes back. My body came back to balance and harmony. And my body is constantly coming back to even more harmony and lightness and strength and balance. I am grounding in this earth. I am absolutely allowing the earth to support me. And I am 100%, 200%, 1000% supported in this earth. I am provided in this earth. I am provided by the source. I am provided by and loved, cherished by the people and the world. I am welcome in here and I have my place in here. Feel that? I mean, I have shivers. There's light surrounding my life, and whatever that was heavy, and whatever journey that was my lessons, they were behind me. They stay behind me already. I'm closing them up. They're closed. And I'm open. I am absolutely open to this new level of life, which is with deep connection to my open heart and love, allowing love to flow through. And it's 100%, 1000% manifesting externally. And love comes in all shapes of form of relationship projects, fun clients, fun house, joy, laughter daily, love, money, enjoying the money, giving them to people, receiving them, like being in that playful flow in this world, being connected with Gaia, with nature, with animals, being surrounded by love and laughter, and expressing the deepest heart's desires, and that is that I bring here from the source, deepest unique talents that I'm bringing here from the source in form of my history and story that shaped it, that triggered it, and that I can freaking bring it fully, fruitfully here right now. This is what I am creating. This is what I came here for. This is what you came here for. I am saying it like that so you can say this to yourself. This is what I am here for. So you can, I'm not sure if you could really repeat it, but you can in your mind repeat some, or even pause, or repeat some parts, or reframe it later in your own words, however it works for you. Or just listen to it and allow this energy, that it's your own energy, to be moved in you, and feel that connection, feel that narrative, the new narrative. Pick up your own parts of that narrative. Yeah, and that's part of like, and then you can set your intention that for whatever topic is right now, that I am open to get the information till the end of the week to see the right place, to see the right people for whatever you want to create, for whatever you want to step forward. And I want to seek, I can also feel that. I want to see clear information and clear guidance and clear like nudges from people, from life. And like it's taking back your power, which is not the forceful power. It's a power from awareness of who you are and of how much you're creating this reality, and this, that you're part of this source universe, source that is creating part of this world, and your creation impacts in the field everyone. Yeah. And yeah, just leave that intention as well. Set up the stage for it and set your intention for what the information you allow your higher self to come through for you. You navigate it, but you open for this to come through. I am going to close it off right now. Let me see. Let me see if there is something. That still wants to come through. Just come back to this, even though you're shifting again and you're going from through some other process or something. Come back to this simply again, and again bring this new narration, creation of you setting up where you're going with your mind, where you're going with your intention, when you're going with your focus and energy. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for this. I appreciate any comments, how this works for you. You can work with me. There are links. Yeah, there are links in the description. And yeah, I hope you're doing great. And thank you so much for this. Any likes, comments, and shares. You can do this. Thanks. See you next one.